Jurassic Room. Guys, and welcome to Jurassic Room. Let's go ahead and get this video started. We're going from a few months ago to the present, and I'll be showing the pictures. They'll be coming out in front of me, so you're not staring at my ugly mug the whole time. Let's go and get this started. So, we're going to start with the controversy of the Indo Raptor. If you didn't know, a few months ago, Frank Marshall tweeted out that 2 years ago they were doing scenes for something called an Indo Raptor, which doesn't make sense because they were showing the Indominus paddock. Now, it could have been either a typo, maybe they were thinking of another, maybe there was another creature called the Indo Raptor at the time, other than, like, I think it was called Mauisaurus, that the Indominus was originally called, but maybe that was what was happening, and maybe he forgot that, you know, the Indominus is the creature that ultimately made it to the film. But anyway, Indo Raptor was copyrighted by Amblin Entertainment, I think Universal, I think it was Amblin though. And they basically the internet exploded thinking that this Indo Raptor will be making an appearance in Jurassic World. Now, with no concrete evidence, it's still a possibility, and it sounds pretty daggum cool. So basically the idea would be that the Indo Raptor, instead of Indominus Rex, the base genome is not a T-Rex, but the Velociraptor, meaning it would be smaller, but basically a mini Indominus Rex. Could you imagine if you had a big Indominus commanding a bunch of little I-Raptors? But anyway, let's go on. Next, we got some pictures here of gyrospheres in a bunker, and I will let y'all stare at those for just a few minutes. Really quick, because I'm going to be showing a bunch of pictures. You can pause if you want to see on each of them. Apatosaurus skeleton or Brachiosaurus. It's probably Apatosaurus due to the fact that we didn't see Brachiosaurus in Jurassic World. But, you know, because the Indominus, of course, killed all those Apatosaurus, so it's probably that, and they're probably strolling through the old killing field. Alright, and it says here that Ian Malcolm will make more of a cameo appearance, more than an actual huge part in the film. It's more of a cameo appearance, which kind of makes sense, considering it says here that he is going to stand trial in a corporate courtroom. More likely, maybe standing against bringing the animals to the mainland, as he was, of course, involved with the Lost World incident, or he's standing up for more of the dinosaurs' rights, or just to keep people safe, that it's a bad idea, because we've had too many instances of the dinosaurs getting loose and hurting people. Another reason could be that he's called in there just because he's a witness for at least 2 of the instances involving dinosaurs. So next we got some submarine set photos that y'all stare at those for a few seconds. And we also have photos of Rexy's animatronic. Now you can tell this is Rexy due to the scars on her side. We got at least 2 or 3 photos of this, and it's really awesome. She looks great. I think, you know, a little off at some points with the eyes, but frankly, I think that she looks great. And maybe there's a reason for her eyes looking like that. Maybe she's tranquilized or something like that, and like that. Let's see. So I think that's what's happening to her. We also got some set photos of the East Dock, and set photos of Tyrannosaurus Kingdom, and of the actual place where the Jeep fell down. Jeep number 4 fell down after Rexy pushed it off the side of her paddock, which could mean that Rexy may be residing back in her old paddock, which would be interesting. And we also have several photos of what the place looks like now. Warning spoilers for all this, and there will be a spoiler warning in the description, because of course I'm not going, because this is some really old information, so if you're a true Jurassic Park fan watching this, you've already known about it. Let y'all look at that for a minute. So next we have that Owen and Claire will have an intimate scene in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Nothing new. They kind of had an intimate scene during an attack of a ton of pteranodons into morphodons, so it's not really surprising they'll have that. We also have these set photos of them in the ocean for some reason. More likely, possibly escaping the Mosasaurus, which would be really awesome. Also, volcano eruption will occur in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is interesting. I thought it was kind of corny, to be honest, because you gotta think. You had all these visitors on this island for how many years of operation, and then you all of a sudden have volcanic eruption. So I think it's kind of an odd plot, but I think in the end, I think Jay Bayona and Colin Trevorrow have the best in mind of what's going to happen. Next of all, we have some word from Joseph Mazzello. Joseph Mazzello, if you didn't know, he played as Tim Murphy in the original Jurassic Park. Now, he said that basically, he tweeted, "Good news coming soon." Now, I don't really follow him, so I don't really know what news he could be entailing. Maybe he has a cameo appearance. That would be pretty amazing if they did that. That, or maybe him and Ariana Richards. I feel like how do I forget her name? But anyway, maybe they all have a cameo appearance in the film, but, you know, it's up to that. Maybe he knew about Jurassic World Evolution, the game, which, of course, that was big news, or maybe it's just something in his personal life that's happening, like him having a kid or getting married. I don't know anything about just Mazzello, so at least after that, I just saw it in forums for Jurassic World and thought it was some good news to show. Next is that Hasbro, or not Hasbro, Mattel, has put in a license for something called Evacuate the Island, the board game. It's under the description of board game. So we will apparently be getting, this is some of our first merchandising news other than some notebooks that were on the internet, but we will have a board game, and we also got some news that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom will have some Lego sets. Yes, they've released, at least there will be at least 5 Lego sets. Big, I think 2 small, a medium, bigger, and a very large. And those were shown in a Lego catalog. Next, let's talk a little bit about Jurassic World Evolution. This is some news that came out from the creator. Hold on, I'm going to find his name. So I can't exactly find the creator's name that released all this, but basically, it's a thing by who did this. It's basically from Polygon, and it says that Jurassic World Evolution will allow you to make your own dinosaurs. So this could mean 2 things. It either means that you make your own dinosaurs, like in Operation Genesis, you create dinosaurs, or it means you can actually create hybrids. So this would be very interesting. I imagine if they did do the hybrid thing, there would only be a few different creatures to go along with the trilogy of movies. Meaning Jurassic World's trilogy. And you will be allowed to build on the 5 deaths, apparently. Now, if you think about it, Isla Nublar is not part of the 5 deaths, so that's technically over 6 islands that you could have control over. Now, that includes Isla Manaceros, Isla Morta, Isla Peña, Isla Sorna, and Isla Decano. And Isla Sorna is the only one of the 5 deaths that are in the movies. So that sounds pretty interesting. I kind of like the idea but I do kind of miss the idea of you terraform your own island, like from Operation Genesis. But it sounds like they basically are going to give you these different islands that you'll basically have control over. Maybe you can add water or, you know, do that any kind of shape. And they've already said you'll have control of the original island, so you will have control over these 6 islands in the game, possibly. It's from what they say. And the final bit of news. There is a leaked plot point, so if y'all don't want to hear it, then log out. But if you want to, here it is. There's a leaked plot point that James Cromwell's character, Benjamin Lockwood, will be bringing the dinosaurs back to his mansion and estate to auction them off, which is kind of a weird idea. So what I'm thinking is maybe he is the villain, the actual villain of the movie, and that he's bringing these animals back not just to save them, but just so he can make a penny off it, playing off of everyone's sympathy to save them, only to make a fortune in selling the animals off. And that's my theory. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Sorry if it's kind of a little haberdashed, but I tried to get as much information as I could from the past few months that I've been collecting. So I hope y'all enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's hit that 500 subscriber mark.